Okay. This is a quote from a text called Deep Comprehension by Dawn and Saffros. Proficient comprehenders orchestrate a range of flexible strategies making meaning. It's much more than knowing individual strategies. In saying that we are going to talk through these key strategies from the National Inquiry, I don't want to give you the impression that it's step one this strategy, step two the next strategy. What we're aiming for ultimately is that orchestration and having that whole range of strategies that can be brought together, and our students will use them flexibly at the right place at the right time. Just like we do, our list over there, we do all those things unconsciously and we know how to do them, and we do them at the right place at the right time. So I don't want to give you the idea that they are separate strategies, although we're going to separate them in order to talk about them and unpack them and think a little deeper about them. We ultimately want our students to be using them, having the strategies and using them flexibly. Remember back to Vygotsky this morning, we talked about the language around learning, but also knowing the appropriate strategy to use can be helpful. Left to myself, I might not be efficient in working out what strategy I need, but a knowledgeable other can help me know this is a strategy that's going to help you in this place. You've gone very quiet again, I'm worried. However, having said that we're going through this list, prior to that, I want to take you through some research work by Chall, because it goes very strongly to starting to look at comprehension in Prep to 2. You're allowed to talk. Okay, has anyone heard of the 4th grade slump? I know the literacy coordinators have. Has anyone else? Anyone else brave enough to venture? What do we mean by the 4th grade slump? Chung. What does that mean?
Obviously something's not happening.
Yes.
The grade 4s are not keeping
yes.
the progress that they've had in the previous years, and they're going backwards.
Yeah. Students suddenly, you're right, you're right. Yeah. I'm going to explain. This says the 4th grade slump. It is American. The research was done in America, and 4th grade could correlate to our 3rd grade at school because we have Prep 1, 2, grade 3. What happened in grade 3, the first couple of years when AIM was introduced, what did we find?
Well, we went from high benchmark scores at the end of grade 2
Yes.
to low
AIM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Now it's the NAPLAN.
It was, yes. Benchmarking showed progress, but benchmarking was about decoding. When we started to measure comprehension, there was a slump for a lot of students, and we realised that perhaps we'd become very good at decoding and we were not attending to the comprehension side of it. Now, Chall argues that, in fact, the issue was there the whole time, but we just were not looking for it. We didn't recognise it because we weren't actually looking for it. And part of what we want to do through AIZ is create the awareness around it and then the skill set for building up comprehension further in Prep to 2. Yes. What Chall said is there's 2 stages of reading. Grade 1, 2, 3 is the learning to read, the decoding. This is an artificial construct, but it actually is useful for us in terms of talking about comprehension. Grade 1, 2, 3, learning to read, and grade 4 and beyond is reading to learn. The idea that we will get decoding underway and be strong decoders, not divorced from comprehension, but by about grade 3, be so proficient that we read to learn. Does that make sense to you? And it could be a good picture to discuss with your staff. Chall's research showed that the result, she believes that occurred, the slump occurs because of lack of fluency and automaticity, followed by the next slump caused by students challenged by the greater number of abstract, academic and technical words. And then a teaching focus on comprehension instruction to support students to understand more complex text. So what I want us to do now, or what we're going to do, is look here a little closer at fluency. This is on the slides that you will get. Okay, what do we mean by fluency? What words usually come forth? What do we mean by fluency?
Reading like you speak.
Reading like you speak. Thank you.
Expression.
Expression. Confidence. Okay.
It flows, it's not disjointed.
Yeah. We usually talk about things like flow or reading like you speak and occasionally expression. Yes, that is part of it. What we're going to do is look at some information to expand our thinking, possibly, and also to work with staff back at school if we believe fluency is worth looking at. I'm going to give these tables here this information, and I would like you to get the key points because you're going to share that with us. Would you like to start? And then this table, these two tables, same thing, and you're going to share back the information with us, and these two tables, the same thing. But at the end, don't worry, you will have a copy to take back to work of all three articles. So you've got that should you wish to use them if you feel it's instructive. So 5 minutes looking at and pulling out the main points. Can you give these out and go back to that table? Thanks, Lisa.